Hi, this is Jim with some more helpful advice. Are you tired of your electrical outlets getting all messy and dirty all the time? And are the regular brushes just not really getting in there into the little holes and cleaning out all that gunk? Are sorry. Are your plugs not fitting in there because of all the filth and buildup? Well, what you need is something heavy duty. I recommend cleaning out your outlets with a good strong fork, the best you can find. And that'll let them work again. All right, I'm going to get after it now. I'm Jim.
Welcome back.
Hey, we are so glad you're here. This is week 2.
We made it. You're back.
What did you think we were going to do? You didn't think we were going to make it?
I don't know. You never know. Things just fall apart.
Well, I guess that's what they call entropy. Carry on.
Okay. Speaking of last week, I said that advice is better than no advice.
Yeah, bad advice is better than no advice, I think is what you said.
That's not always true.
That was really bad advice.
Yeah.
And if anybody puts a fork in a power outlet, it's Daniel's fault at this point.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's totally fair. Don't do that. Please
Yeah,
don't do that.
yeah.
We love you too much to let that happen to anybody. And even if we thought you were kind of like a creep, don't do it.
Yeah.
We don't want creeps to die. That'd be bad.
Yeah. It's just not going to end well. You know, you put
Easy for
forks
you to
in-
say. At any rate, we played that. Jim, if you know Jim probably from Mix or Move, right? It's a
Yeah.
CIY thing.
Yeah.
So you probably know him from there. So we wanted to kind of play him up front and tell you big news that's coming up later this very episode. What do you got?
Later this episode,
That's
premiere.
what I said.
New, fantastic Move promotion.
Yeah. This brand new release of a promotional video for Move.
Woo!
First time ever seen debuting tonight here with us. It's gonna be amazing.
It's awesome.
So you got that going for you. But before we get into that,
When will we get to see that?
at the end of this episode,
Like all the way at the end.
ask again.
Ask again?
What?
What?
What are you asking again?
Where will the Move premiere be?
Oh, at the end of this video.
At the end of the video?
At the end of the video.
Are you sure?
Today.
Today.
Amazing. Hey, we're gonna play a little game before we have any more of this. This is terrible. This is awful. I don't want to say anything more about it. We're gonna play a little game called Mad About Emojis. And this is for those of you who are watching this live, because if you're watching this recorded, we're so glad you're watching it recorded. We'd love for you to watch it live with us, and that's really how you have a chance to win some stuff. What we're gonna do, Mad About Emojis, is this. We're gonna put some really crazy, obscure emojis up on the screen. First one to put those emojis in one text, not like
One
one
comment.
here, one comment. Not one here, one here, one here. All of them in one comment.
One place.
$5 to Starbucks. We will be tracking that. We'll pull that together. But let's go to Mad About Emojis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just in case the, emojis were up there a little short, they're right down here. Maybe like right here, probably.
There in the middle.
So you get to see them, put them in one comment, be the first one to do it, in the order, the right emojis, $5 to Starbucks.
$5 to Starbucks. We'll leave them up here for a minute or so. You can check those things out. You want to text those to us, put them in the comments.
Yeah.
Get a coffee. It'd be amazing. Up next, we've got a little bit of a game. This is kind of a crazy game. I played with Matt Johnson. Just so you guys can hear this again, it feels like this whole show is nothing but a disclaimer this week.
Are those the best shows?
From a parent's perspective, probably not.
True.
So I apologize in advance. Matt Johnson and I played a little game that Jeff Clemens hosted for us called Yelling Bee.
A what bee?
A yelling bee.
Okay.
I don't want to yell. That's amazing. And basically, it's this: we put little. This sounds awful. Put little training dog training collars on our wrists, little electric probe things.
A shock collar.
Shock collar with a remote, and we basically spelled words together. So I would spell, like we were spelling cat, we'd do alternating letters. So it'd be C,
A,
T,
A.
Yeah.
Wait.
No way. No way. You get zapped. If you misspell a letter, that's when the shot comes in. I don't want to ruin the game, but check it out.
We'll watch it.
This is awesome, actually. This is perfect.
I have a dog shock collar strapped to my wrist right now. What could I possibly be nervous
Who cares?
about?
This is going to be so.
Frappuccino.
So my start, right?
Yeah. F R
A,
P.
A.
I think there's two P's.
It's 2 P's?
I think there's two P's.
I don't drink coffee, so.
Show me. Calligraphy.
Are we?
Could you say it?
Could you say it
I'm
right?
gonna zap myself since I can't do it. It's like calligraphy.
Calligraphy. You start, right?
C A L I. I was gonna say there's two L's. There's two L's. I wasn't going anywhere. I was waiting for a
I just do when
determination
there's
from the
a pause.
judges.
When you pause, I'm like, ah.
So you're up this time.
Caricature.
Oh. Okay.
C,
A
R,
C T.
Is that me?
Yes!
He got it wrong.
Oh.
Wait, you already zapped me once just because you zapped him
No,
too.
that's equal zaps.
How did you zap both of us?
Asterisks.
Wait, who started?
It doesn't matter. You put it in your hand.
Go ahead. You start.
Thanks. A,
S
T,
E
R,
I.
X.
Yeah. Yeah, that's KS.
S, K.
Yeah! Yeah!
Why did I say X?
I don't know.
That is brilliant.
No.
Oh my gosh, that was so dumb.
That's okay.
Why did I say X?
Document.
Oh, I got this.
Yeah.
Who's up first?
Dude, you constantly put me up first. A,
S.
T, S.
Make sure it's
I knew S.
Beatitudes. Throw some Jesus at you.
B. E. A.
T.
T.
That's
I thought it was.
When I hear you clicking buttons, I'm not saying another letter.
It's like.
camouflage.
Oh.
C,
A.
M,
O.
F.
L.
Not dude.
Ah, me?
Yeah, it's a U.
What'd I say?
You said F.
Oh yeah, you didn't put the U.
There's a U in there.
C-A.
See, it's starting to get mad now.
Just come out.
Cornucopia.
C.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Go we get.
I know this is where I miss out.
It's one of two letters.
I know.
You know?
And I'm just like flipping a coin in my mind. A.
Wait! Why did I get it too? Why? What just happened?
I lose. I lost. It's okay.
Welcome back.
Oh,
We're sitting here with the loser. How does it feel?
normal. Totally normal.
There's something wrong with you.
No,
if that's
what
normal.
I would tell you is this. What I'd tell you is this. In my defense, I'm pretty good at actually at spelling. I'm pretty decent at it. The trouble is when you have the threat of like being electrically shocked. Something up here
Yeah. It's kind of like whenever when you're on a game show, your brain forgets everything.
How many
And
times
you
have you
end
been
up-
on a game show?
Just general thing about game shows. You're like, oh, I could do that, but then if you go up and you're like on the spot, you forget.
I ask, how many times have you been on a
Zero.
game show? It's like when you're on a game show. You use a reference that literally like 2% of the population can relate
But like,
to.
it's a common known thing. When you're on the spot, you forget.
Pressure's on.
Yeah, you know.
I'm just telling you, if I'm going to get zapped, I use an X instead of an S and K. I know how to spell asterisk. Okay, I just know.
I don't.
I do.
That's nice.
What's next, man?
Next, we got some Jesus stuff coming your way, and that's next.
I was buried beneath my shame. Who could carry that kind of weight? It was my dream till I met you. I was breathing but not alive. All my failures I tried to hide. It was mine too, till I met you. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave. Out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave. Out of the darkness, into your glorious day. Now your mercy has saved my soul. Now your freedom is all that I know. The old made new. Jesus, when I met you, you called my name, and I ran out of that grave. Out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave. Out of the darkness, into your glorious day. I need a rescue, my sin was heavy. Chains break at the weight of your glory. I needed shelter, I was an orphan, and you called me a citizen of heaven. When I was broken, you were my healing, and your love is the air that I'm breathing. I have a future, my eyes open, 'cause when you call my name, I ran out of that grave. Out of the darkness, into your glorious day. You called my name, and I ran out of that grave. Out of the darkness, into your glorious day.
Several years back, I took a group of about 150 high school students camping on the side of a mountain in Colorado. And we had all kinds of adventures. It was tons of fun. We one time had a bear in our camp. It got kind of crazy. But one thing that we did every time that we went camping in Colorado was what we called Stress Day. And Stress Day was basically we would climb the side of the mountain that we were camping on, and it was about a 2,500 foot climb, and we would scale it in the morning, have picnic lunch up on top of the mountain. It was an awesome day, but it was a really hard day, and sometimes it was tough, and for many of our students, it would have been impossible. But what we did was two things. One, we paired students up, so they had to go up with someone. So we would oftentimes pair the kid who could run up and down the mountain all day with a kid who didn't think they could do it at all, and tell them that you can't split up. Everybody had to be with their partner the entirety of the day, at least until they got to the top of the mountain. You get up there, you can hang out, talk to other people, but on the way up and on the way down, you're together the whole way. One thing that was really cool that developed kind of naturally, though, was there were always groups that inevitably would get there much further or much quicker than anybody else. They would make it to the top so fast that they would have time to hang out and wait. And then we'd also have those groups that, because they had someone who just really was struggling with the altitude or the climb or whatever, they would make it up maybe even as much as an hour or two later. And what was cool was this, is I remember distinctly getting up there middle of the pack, and being up there when we had one student in particular, a buddy of mine, really dear friend of mine named Sean, who was struggling really hard. He didn't think he could do it. In fact, he talked to me about not doing it at all, and I just said, that's not an option. You got to make it, man. We got to get through this. But as he was coming up to the top, the last 150 yards of the climb, you could see the people making the turn and coming out of the trees and making their way up top of this mountain. And what was awesome, because it just happened spontaneously, was as these people would turn the corner, those who had already arrived would call down to them and yell things like, "You're gonna make it! You can do this! You've got this! This is awesome! You don't want to miss this view!" And they would just encourage and call them up. And in some cases, and it was in Sean's case, he had struggled so mightily and was so far behind everybody else just because it was a hard thing for him to do. People ran to him and came alongside him and walked the last 150, 200 yards with him, which doesn't sound like much, but at altitude and after all the work that you've done, it's a hard thing and a big sacrifice to make. And every time I think of that instance and that event, and I can picture it vividly in my mind, I come back to this text in Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1 through 3, and it says this: "Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of our faith. For the joy set before him, he endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Consider him who endured such opposition from sinners, so you will not grow weary and lose heart." We're doing this series called Reminders, and it's basically this idea that we're just going to talk about these very big, important things that life has a tendency to cause us to forget. The stress, the hardships, the difficult things we face make us forget these things. But if we forget these things, life gets harder, not better. And if we remember these things, we find a way through hard things in spite of the fact that it's really difficult at times. And today what I want to focus on is this what that text contains, and there's another verse that I want to share with you that I want to encourage you to memorize, to put it somewhere where you won't forget it. We'll share that in here in a bit, but the basic idea is this, is that you have to find your cloud. In Hebrews, it talks about finding this cloud of witnesses that we're surrounded by, and you cannot, I'm just going to tell you, you will struggle mightily through life if you try to do this alone. God has made us to live in community. This whole past few months where we've been told to be isolated or socially distant from each other reveals to us the need that we have to be together with other people, to live in community. And you suffer when you go it alone. And you do better when you go with a group. That's why you and we have to find our cloud. We can't do this thing by ourselves. And for us to experience this type of community, right? Like there's a place in the Bible in Acts chapter 2 where it talks about the first Christians, and it talks about how when they saw people with need, that they would sell the stuff that they owned to give to them. That they would give of themselves in ways that were great. They would get together and share meals. They would study God's word together. They would pray for one another. They would gather on a regular basis to live life together. And the question that we have to come back to is, okay, so if they had that, It's impossible for us to have it. And if they experience that, what did they do to get that? And I think it starts with this one basic concept, and it's this, is that to experience that type of community, the me's have to be more concerned and start thinking about the we. See, the more I am focused on getting for me, the less we can grow. The more that my thoughts drift towards what's in it for me, the less we become a community like that. The less we become a cloud for other people to encourage and call and come alongside. See, I have to be concerned with we. And what's really cool is this, is that we follow a God who has from the start been concerned with we, not just him. He's concerned with his glory, but he's in it for us. Everything he's done is for us and for our good. And I want to leave you with this text, right? Because Jesus calls us to live this full and abundant life, but for us to live this full and abundant life, it doesn't happen in isolation. It doesn't happen by ourselves. It happens in the context of a community, of a cloud. One of my favorite verses in the Bible is 1 Thessalonians 2:8, and this is what it says. It says, "So we cared for you because we loved you so much. We were delighted to share with you not only the gospel of God, but our very lives as well." That there's a mission in place, is what Paul says. And that is sharing and spreading the good news that God has loved us in such a way that he's given his son for us and given us an opportunity to have a relationship with him through us. That's the mission, to share this truth of the gospel. But what he says is, as I've done that in your life, what I have found is that you've become such a dear friend to me that I can't help but be concerned for you. And I care about you because we're friends. See, what you need is this, is what you have to have is a community of people who love you so much that they're centered on sharing the gospel with one another. But that as they do that, they become concerned for one another in such a way that, yeah, you have a need, I'm going to do whatever I can to address it. Do you have that? Are you experiencing that right now? I want to challenge you. One, take 1 Thessalonians 2:8, write it on a Post-it note and remember it. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. Post it somewhere where you'll see it all the time. Take some time and memorize it. And I want to challenge you that as we are in this week, we've been kicking off small groups, and in the coming week, we'll be kicking off even more. That if you had thought, I don't know if I'm going to do that, I just want to challenge you that life is much better when you're in something like that with people who care about you, who want to know you, who, as they get to know you, will come to value you and recognize the things ways in which God has made you special. And then as you guys value one another, live life with one another, and go through some stuff together, that what you find is on the other end of sharing all this truth and sharing all this life, that you've come to love one another. Like, that's how God's wired us. I want to challenge you to get plugged into a group like that, because I think that your life becomes better and richer, and you experience this cloud that's written about in Scripture. That you can have that. I hope you do. I challenge you to pursue that. So, one thing before we wrap up from here, I want to set up. Late last night, got a video emailed to me for 7 seconds in the life of my pet. Now, it's a little longer than 7 seconds, but it's because there's 2 pets, so it's like 14 seconds. So enjoy. Check it out.
You're up. What am I saying? Coming out of teaching. Right, there we go. All right. 3. I have no idea what I'm supposed to say. I'm just stuck in a buffalo.
Oh my gosh, if I could just talk to you now. Hey, Daniel left us because he can't handle this. That was teaching. Now we're going to give you a taste of Have You Seen It?
stretch his legs, walking the field. Hey, what's this in the weeds? It's a baby, awesome. He put it in a saddle, hopped on, humped it up a hill and across the plain. Tried to cross a river, not gonna happen, man. You're riding on a buffalo, member, but keep the baby afloat. Get your guy on the buffalo. Gotta find your friend. She's buried. Guy on a buffalo. Hey, you want this baby? It's cheaper than adoption. Guy on a buffalo. You're welcome, lady. Gotta move it on to my buffalo. Guy on a buffalo. One day the guy on the buffalo walked off to do some hunting. The buffalo said, no, don't do it, man, by yourself. Guy said, I got this, I don't need you, buffalo, it's just a deer. And normally the buffalo would have his back, but he was chomping on some grass in the field. And just about the time the guy got ready to shoot, he straight up got mauled by a cougar. Ow, where's my buffalo? When I meet him, oh, he's got problems of his own, I understand. Hey, guy on a buffalo, you're gonna have to just punch that cougar in the face. Get out of here, kitty cat, beat it. And hey, wolf, I got something for you, it's a kick from buffalo. Hey, varmints, don't mess with the guy that's riding on buffalo. Don't do it.
Well, now that we know what a guy on a buffalo looks like,
Finally.
yeah. Now, for other entertaining value aspects of our lives, we're gonna go.
That's a really good clunky sentence. Keep going, man. I like this.
I love clunky sentences. So we're gonna go have two little sketches coming up. We got Grandma's Bay, which is not like Pirates Bay, and it's not like
It's
Bay
not
Weeds.
Bay, B-A-Y.
Yeah,
What is it? B-A-E?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
So BAE, we're gonna have Connor and Patsy, who many of you may know Patsy, especially if you come up through the student or the children's ministries. What we're gonna be doing is Patsy's gonna try and define slang terms.
And Connor's going to be mildly embarrassed.
Yeah.
But his grandma's Bay, so he's going to enjoy that. Right after that, we're going to go to a segment called Students of Impeccable Taste. And it's going to be a grand old time because we are really, this show is not just an entertainment vehicle, it's not just a communication vehicle, it's really an effort of our ministry to improve the lives of students everywhere. Why not through things such as Students of Impeccable Taste? You'll get a glimpse and understand what that is here in a little bit. But check out My Grandma's Bay. Okay, Boomer.
Okay, dog? Boomer's a dog, isn't it? Okay, Boomer. Okay, I don't know. Okay, all I can think of is okay, dog. Give me a sentence.
It's like okay, old, like it's for elderly people. Elderly people, they can say okay, boomer. It's like
Like, okay, old. I wouldn't use a nice word. Because we're old, like an old.
basically.
You're gonna edit it like an
We're
old
gonna edit
fart.
this down. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you old fart. Okay, because you know that's what I'd say, you old fart, because I say that all the time.
Okay. Here we go.
Retweet.
Yep.
Okay. Retweet. Repeat it somewhere. Retweet. If you're gonna tweet something, you're gonna make it smaller, make it littler, retweet it. I don't know. I told you I'm not good at
That's
this
all right.
stuff.
What is it, Connor? What do you
I'm
got?
thinking it's me too, something like that.
It's basically like an agreement.
Oh,
Yeah.
me too?
It's like a really strong agreement.
Oh.
Retweet.
F-I-T or F-I-X?
F-I-T.
You know I have a hearing aid. F-I-T. That fit is nice. That fit is nice. That fit. These don't make sense to me. I told you I'm too old for this stuff. What happened to general language? Fit. I don't have any idea. But this fit is nice. The fit is nice. Your face is whatever.
I don't think it's face.
I have no idea.
I'm guessing it's outfit.
Short for outfit.
Close. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's just too plain. Your fit? Oh my gosh. I was thinking outfit, but why would you just say, okay, fit? And I OOP.
Yep.
And I goofed. And I know what I was going to say. I might as well say it. And I passed gas. And I goofed. I did a boo-boo. I messed up.
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
You nailed it.
My name's Connor Johnson, and this person right here, my grandmother, she's my bae.
I'm Connor, I'm a junior, and I'm a pizza enthusiast. Definitely not delivered.
I would definitely say the crust is really thick. The cheese is like perfect. Some seasoning on top, it looks like. It's a pretty good cheese pizza, actually. Definitely a 6.
Like solid little piece.
Let's see.
There we go. 5.
Pizza is, it looks good. Crust is pretty stiff and everything.
So let's see. I've definitely had a lot nicer pizzas than that. A 3.
Alright. There's a crust on this thing. Alright. That is actually an amazing pizza. It is like perfect crust. I love the thick crust. There's not a lot of sauce on it, but there's just enough to make it.
Amazing slice of pizza.
Solid 8. It is really good. Definitely between 8 and like a 9. That was an amazing slice of pizza.
Spike! Wow, so you got a little bonus grab a slow bite there off of the students of impeccable taste. But that is effectively our show. We want to tell you guys a few things, make you aware of. One, I don't know if you noticed, Daniel's kind of making himself at home here with Star Wars Legos, a mug from Rise and Shine homemade biscuits. We got some little stuff going on the wall here. We would love it, love it, love it if you at home would help us decorate this wall and make this thing, fill it out. We got a few things. I've got a thing my wife posted on Instagram. It's kind of embarrassing.
On Gram.
And then I've got some artwork from Anna Robinson over there too. That's kind of cool. But if you got artwork, you got some random stuffed animal you want us to stick on this wall, if you get that to us, you can send that in to us. It would be really, really funny if you'd mail it to us. We'll do an unboxing here. That could be kind of fun. So go ahead and mail stuff to us, send stuff to us. Little by little, we'll populate this wall with stuff. That'd be a ton of fun. We would enjoy that. If you would, the other thing we're asking is this. One, we had a great first week, super exciting, tons of fun. We want to share that with other people. So if you would,
Like, comment, subscribe, tap that bell.
Ding. Was it? What did you get? Ding. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And then beyond that, you can share it on your social media outlets and things like that, so that your friends who maybe have no connection to Northside or no connection to God at all, but they have a connection to you. Maybe that's how God wants to kind of open that door or kind of nudge it open for them. So share it on your social media. It'd be super cool.
God can even use awkward dudes awkwardly talking about things and then slow-mo food to reach people.
Why not? Let's enjoy that. Let's celebrate that together. Last week we had a thing where we were going to pick a random winner. We did the random number calculator thing. Abby Bryce, you get $5 at Starbucks. In one more month, so not next week, but in a month's time, we're going to see how many more subscribers we can add to this. Those subscribers come as you guys share this, but we're going to do another drawing for another gift card in a month, and just really try to grow this thing and have some fun with it. So, anything else you want to say? I mean, like you had a really awkward send-off last week. I just want the whole thing was super.
I don't even know what it was.
Comment in this video and tell us what our send-off should be, and the best one, we're gonna pick it. The best send-off comment, we will pick it and we will do it next go around. So next week you will see you have a direct path to like shaping this content.
Yeah.
What do you hope they'll do?
I hope they'll do.
Yeah, foreign language.
But then like
a song and dance.
I think something that they would enjoy watching every week is what I hope they do. Because it's gonna be every week and it will get old.
You are such a mom. I don't have a favorite.
I didn't know this was happening until, you said it.
That's the beauty of it. Hey, last but not least, we're gonna sign off here in the most awkward way that we know how to. But before we do, we're gonna sign off with the premiere. We promised this early on.
Yep.
The premiere of the Move promotion for 2021. Guys, it's happening. You should have seen the slides with the dates and all that kind of stuff. But check this video
out. Boom.
Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?